Friday, y'all. You are tuned in to Earth is Ghetto with your host, Love, where we keep it real, keep it funny, and keep it rolling into the weekend. It's Friday, September 12th, and baby, the week has been long. But the weekend is standing at the door like Amazon Prime, right on time. Now, before we get too deep in the jokes, I want to pause for a moment. Yesterday was September 11th, a day we never forget. And today, on the 12th, we still carry that reminder of resilience, unity, and healing. So let's take a moment to lift up our voices. Prayer for the state of America. Father God, we come before you with humbled hearts, asking for your covering over this land we call America. Lord, we know this country has its wounds, its division, and its pain, but we also know that you are a God of restoration. We ask you to heal the hearts of the broken, to strengthen the weary, and to guide our leaders with wisdom and compassion. Let peace flow like rivers across this nation. Let love overcome hate, and let unity silence division. Lord, protect our communities, our families, and our future. We trust that even in the chaos, you are still in control.
Happy Friday, y'all. Nobody wins on the Family Feuds. And no, I had to make this Chat GPT that runs our lives, this AI, pray for the country that it's infiltrating and trying to destroy. No, we need it, man. It's so much going on, and I am always putting God first because it's crazy out here, y'all. I mean, it's always been crazy. Don't get it twisted. But it's at an all-time high. We're consuming so much negativity and hearing so much negativity, and we just got to be careful. And so before I start anything, reporting on any news or anything, like, I got to pray first. Other than that, y'all, how are y'all doing? I went to the gym today. I went to the grocery store today. I think I'm not gonna cook this weekend. I feel at first I wanted to, but I was like, I don't know. I think not. I think it might be a takeout type of weekend for me. I watched this show called The Girlfriend on Prime. It was pretty good. It's a nice little series if you were looking for something to watch this weekend. Other than that, y'all, I really don't have too much to yap about. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into this news. See what we got going on today, y'all. It's a lot. Alright, so it looks like TMZ's footage is accurate. New FBI image release of person of interest appears to show them walking awkwardly down the stairs with the outline and what seems to be a firearm tucked into the leg of their pants, consistent with the video showing him limping. So they getting all kind of footage of the alleged assassin. This is when he jumped off the roof. It's like a big glare on the screen, but yeah, there he is. So I was wondering when he did do that limp, I'm like, was his leg broke? But this was a pretty big jump. He jumps there, takes off running. And then this is him walking in a neighborhood. And he's got the limp. I don't know if he's still got his piece taped on him or something like that. But, you know, when they say your ring cams be looking at everything you do. Oh, yeah, this is a prime example right here. Hopefully, I don't know. The footage is footaging right now. They got him easing on down the road. You are paying too much for your phones. I don't know why that's breaking news, but yeah, we already know that. Unfortunately, the early reporting that there are multiple casualties at the U.S. Naval Academy this afternoon in Annapolis is another issue today. California to ban the forever chemicals in cookware. Then, okay. So there was it was a scare of maybe a possible something going on at the University of Massachusetts, but they confirmed that no, there was nothing happened. False alarm. So then they were talking about the hand signals that people were giving. I don't know if that was a part of his security or what, but the conspiracy theories are starting to fly for sure. People are asking if Trump had a stroke. His face is kind of slumping. Federal courts on Thursday rejected Eli Lilly's appeal of an $183 million judgment won by a whistleblowing lawyer. Jair Bolsonaro was sentenced to more than 27 years in Brazil prison for attempting a coup after losing a 2022 election. Social Security beneficiaries could see a 2.7% cost of living adjustment in 2026, which is slightly above the 2.5%. Marine researchers have announced the discovery of 3 new deep-sea snailfish, including a kind of adorable pink bumpy snailfish. Paramount is preparing to make a bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. Could be a blockbuster with them two mount. That means streaming about to go up even more. In a few weeks, U.S. farmers will begin harvesting tens of millions of tons of soybeans, but they have a big problem. The world's biggest buyer doesn't want any. China normally buys them. Exercising muscles pumps out substance that can suppress growth of breast cancer cells, a new study shows. Well, hopefully that is what's happening with all this exercise I be doing. Girl Scouts described Explore More's, a Rocky Road ice cream inspired sandwich cookie. I have not had a Girl Scout cookie in forever. When I did, I only liked those plain ones. South Park pulled their Charlie Kirk episode from Comedy Central. This is just mapping out the view of where he was and possible assassin was up on this roof. If they should be able to go and look at like past footage to see like if somebody was up there, figuring it out. Okay, and then Ghana, they decided that women can take the man's surname. FBI responds to waves of threats against HBCUs, says no credible danger found. Keep your head. I mean, even though they said they didn't find none, everybody stay alert for real. A Miami Gardens couple is arrested for selling fake Louis Vuittons out of their home. They were running a whole store. They had a good run. Somebody said they had a nice setup, it's clean, it's organized. Somebody said who snitched. Somebody said according to China, this is all real. Somebody told on them. Trey Songz resolves his 2018 Miami nightclub assault case. Hopefully Trey can stay out of trouble. He didn't got out of trouble so many times. Hopefully he can stay out of it. Bad Bunny cites ICE concerns as to why he is not coming to the U.S. Trump is going to give Charlie Kirk a posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom. Posthumous. Senator Republicans blocked the Epstein release in a narrow vote. Could you forgive your partner for cheating if they were drunk? No. I mean, you do, which to me, they said the truth comes out when you drunk. That's what they say. I hate when Fashion Nova gives like advice. It's just like, where are we? Somebody said, you ever been single but you wasn't, but you was, but you wasn't, but you was? We all been there. That's called a situationship. Somebody said Americans are determined to create new diabetes as she is eating candied watermelon. This is why. Lizzo and I teamed up. I can't play it because I'll get a strike. But they was singing the biggest, the largest, blizzard. Bum, bum. If they did something together, I would be down for it. Alright. See what else we got. Candace Owens broke down about Charlie Kirk. She said they were like brothers and sisters. He was her best friend. Stephen A. Smith said it was a shame if anybody is celebrating Charlie Kirk not being here anymore. Woman destroys a Dollar Tree after cashier allegedly skipped her in line. You just knew she came in there on some. She just didn't look like she was with it today. Mm-mm-mm. Alright, let's see what else we got, y'all. Young Thug is apologizing to everybody he talked about on that jailhouse line. He is on an apology tour. Jonathan Majors and Megan Good reveal their wedding day. They seem like they in love and happy. Megan definitely love him, that's for sure. And hopefully it lasts. They seem to be in love. Ludacris's birthday was the other day. Taraji P. Henson turned 55 the other day. It's Virgo season. All right, let's see what else we got going on.
Your brain believes what it repeats, not necessarily what's true. Your thoughts create your feelings shape your action, and your actions build your identity. But identity is flexible and your brain is always rewiring. That is why self-talk is not harmless. It is training. Your brain and your body are listening every single time. The more you repeat something with intention, the more it's going to stick. You are never going to rise higher than the image that you hold of yourself. So visualize the version of you who already has it. See her, talk to her, act like her, because your brain doesn't know the difference between imagined and real, but it will rewire to match whatever you feed it most.
You are what you eat.
Let me tell y'all how my grandma used to get drunk and throw everybody out of her house. So, my granny birthday is December 31st, right? So, we will always go to granny house on New Year's Eve and party with her for her birthday. But my mama would give me a whole line, like a whole passage before we get over there. She said, once granny get to tripping, if you don't have on your shoes, your coat, your ass will be left. And I'll be like, okay. Whole time I'm at granny house, I'm coated up, shoes on, everything. Granny like, mama, that's my nickname. Rest your coat, mama. I'm like, granny, rest my coat. I don't know. You might get to tripping in this bitch, and I got to get to going. Mama gonna leave me. That's what I'm saying in my head. My granny would be playing cards. Let me back it up. Granny drunk Crown Royal, okay? She had it in a mug like this, something like this. Like a, just about this top here. And it had a handle, tall, full of Crown. Granny ain't fuck with no chaser. She doing this shit straight. She playing cards. Music playing. Granny got hair down long, down her back. She would be swinging her hair while she dancing. Woo, yeah. That was what she did. She be playing cards, cheating. You ain't about to tell her she cheating. She, bitch, shut up, bitch, fuck you, da-da-da. Then she would grab your hand, y'all, and squeeze that bitch hard as she can and say, I'm a strong bitch, ain't I? Say I'm a strong bitch. She did this shit to my brother, baby mama. She was pregnant with my first nephew. She was doing January. Granny B-Day, December. She squoze my brother, girl hand so damn hard, she damn near went into labor. Tell me, ain't I'm a strong bitch. And my brother, baby mama like, yeah, Miss Horton, you strong, you show this, bro. Granny would get to tripping, somebody would make her mad and say, everybody get the fuck out, fuck y'all bitches, and da-da-da-da-da. She might get to swinging. You got to get the fuck out of Dodge. Soon as I hear the first bitch, I'm looking at my mama. Did you hear the bitch? You heard bitch, right? It's time to get the fuck out of here. Granny would hit the circuit breakers on your ass. If you don't know what the circuit breakers is, that's the power. Turn that shit completely off. Now your ass run out of her house in the fucking dark. I miss my girl. She was a good lady. I love my grandma. She helped raise me. But she was fucking nuts. Once she got that Crown Royal in her.
That brown.
If you're on the hunt for a sugar daddy with a great car and on his last rotation around the sun, all you need to do is get really cute and hang around a urologist's office. Here goes my man. What's up, babe? He's so spunky, and he really doesn't even need his handicap placard. Well, 3:25, we're on our way to dinner at Denny's. Oh my God, slow down, handsome. If you're on the hunt for a sugar daddy...
Not the urologist.
Do y'all not know how many turns I miss because my GPS think I know what 600 feet look like? Baby, just tell me to take a right at the yield sign. Okay, I don't know all of that. Now I gotta go back around. I gotta go 2 miles up the road, take the exit, come out at the gas station, go back up on the ramp. I am lost, and now I'm crying. The minute I see those words, rerouting, I'm gonna start crying because I'm gonna just be like, Lord, please let me not have to add them extra 5 miles. I already didn't have no gas in my car when I got on the road. And I've seen too many scary movies and stuff. That'd be the one time a tire go flat. All of a sudden it went from 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 9 o'clock at night. It's pitch dark. The street light is flickering. Y'all, I'm scared. I'm nervous. All of a sudden I gotta go through my bed. Now I gotta get to my phone. I grab my phone. Ain't no cell service. There's no gas station for miles. Do you see my dilemma here? Long story short, or maybe short story long, I'm locking myself inside of the car. All because Apple Maps thought I knew what 600 feet looked like. Thank you. Do y'all not know how many
I hate when they do the feet thing too.
I used to date a bisexual man. Not too much Judge Judy. Not too much on me. That man that's hypermasculine, knocking your head between the washer and dryer, and always cheating on you. Guess what? Alright. In my experience with him, I think he would be considered a soft top. He was masculine, but not overly masculine. And he had children. And he was very, very intentional with everything he did in his life. And he took care of everyone in his life. It was one of the most healthier relationships I've been in. The conversation around all the DL men of all the different races, I think I'm on DL India now, is so funny to me.
Because I think as women, when we think of bisexual men, we think of bottoms. And because they're a little bit more feminine, we don't want men that align with them. But we often forget that there's other men on the other side of that spectrum. And a lot of the men that we find toxic, that we actually don't want, that we spend a lot of time trying to get into relationships with them, are DM. The reason why they're treating us so bad, same line of thinking of when a man is broke, that he's going to treat you bad, is the same thing for DL men. I think more women would like more soft tops. He doesn't necessarily have to be bisexual. There's heterosexual men that be considered a soft top. Look it up. I'm not going to explain what a soft top is. But look it up. Every time when I hear a woman explain what her ideal man is, essentially, you want a soft top.
These are new terms every day. Somebody said, I don't mind dealing with a bi man because he's living in his truth. Somebody said, I just can't. I love bi men. I'm married to a bi man. My preference is bi. I guess this is the new thing, and I am officially old.
No, I survived a Monday, and for what? Tuesday? No,
For real.
Okay, so boom, yesterday I get a call, and I'm a phlebotomist and I work at a hospital, but I was out of work due to an investigation because I was caught up in a love quarrel. Giving real Grey's Anatomy, giving real I'm married to Grey, he Derek Shepherd. Like, not my McDreamy. Let me tell y'all the fucking story. Okay, so boom, I'm a phlebotomist, right? I was on a call. So there was a code blue and I went. And when I got to the code blue, or whatever, I'm standing in the hallway waiting for them to tell me, like, if they need me to get the blood. So when they tell me they need me to get the blood, it's the doctor, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, when I'm asking him, I'm like, oh, what do you need me to get? Like, he looked down, and he, like, double-taked and looked at me again, right? And he was like, oh, I need you to get this, and the third, whatever, right? So I draw the blood or whatever, and I leave. So, like, a week later, I'm walking through the hallways, and I see him again, and, like, he's like, oh, hi, like, you're the one who drew the blood in my code the other day, right? And I'm like, yeah, or whatever, right? So we ended up talking. I just kept seeing him around the hospital. So then it went to every time he needed blood drawn before his pre-op surgeries, he would call the lab and call me and, like, ask for me. Like, oh, can you say Destiny? Like, she's the only one I want. Like, she's efficient. Like, this, just all this shit, right? So everybody knew when he called to call me. So they would just write me and be like, oh, Dr. O needs you to come draw the blood. Okay, cool, whatever. So I did that for like a couple months, and like we would see each other here and there. Like he would be there when I would go eat lunch. Like we sat, ate lunch together, like just chopping it up, whatever. So we ended up exchanging Instagrams, right? So now I get on Instagram and I see him outside of his scrubs. You're fine. Oh my God. Like, oh, okay. Because when I be at work, I be looking a fucking mess, right? Whatever. So he ended up writing me like, we should go out, like, outside of work, whatever. You look good, I look good. Like, I think we'll both look good. Like, you know, okay, once you make me laugh, you got me. We go out, we hit it off. This is my man, my man, my man. Like, nobody really knows who I fuck with because I do not like telling people my business, right? So I keep it on the hush. One day I'm at work, and it's this nurse on this floor, and she just mean mugging me, like, and I keep getting, like, redraws from that floor, like, Q&S's, like, my manager put me in the office and she's like, you got another email to complain. I'm like, why the fuck is people complaining? So I didn't go back to that floor for like 2 weeks, but there was a rapid and I'm the only person over there, so I had to go. So I go and I go into this room, and it's this nurse, and she like look at me and she's like, you need to do this. She got like, she rude as fuck, and I'm like, okay, I'll get it, but like, you don't gotta talk to me like that. Because one thing, I don't give a fuck who you are or who you think I am. You're not gonna talk to me in that way. I don't give a fuck if you a nurse, you see me pushing this body car, you could have got this blood yourself. That's the type of time I be on, right? And that's what I told her. Like, well, if you needed the blood this fast or whatever, you could have got the blood yourself. Like, you know, this is a hard stick, so like rushing me ain't gonna do nothing. Like, so let me do my job, right? So I go tell my manager. She's like, that's the one who was complaining about you. So I'm telling Dr. O, like, I'm pissed the fuck off. Like, I'm telling him, like, this nurse had me fucked up at work today. He's like, what's her name? Like, her name's Sarah. And he's like, oh, that's my ex. I had took her on a date right before I started talking to you, right? So he trying to tell me. So I'm like, oh, that's weird or whatever, right? So,
I'm friends with some of the nurses because, like, being cool with the nurses as a phlebotomist is just a plus. So, one of the nurses, she, like, I was on the floor and I was telling her, like, y'all be tripping on this floor. She's like, I haven't seen you. And I'm like, y'all be tripping on this floor because I'm per diem, so I could pick my shit. So, I did overnight. And I'm like, y'all be tripping on this floor. Like, somebody always complaining. She was like, girl, that's Sarah. Like, and she still fuck with Dr. O, and she found out that he be taking you out and, like, he be standing her up for you. So now she got a problem. So she's been trying to make your life a living hell and get you fired. My flappers are gasted because, one, I don't tell my business. So who the fuck knows I'm fucking with this man? And two, what the fuck you mean he's still fucking with her?
Moral of the story, she got fired.
Women find 80% of men disgusting. Men find 20% of women unattractive. Right. And so that asymmetry per se means that 10% of guys get turned into dark triad narcissists because they get all the action. They got a roster of women that they're getting, and the other 90% are going dry because there's no questions, there's no personality, there's no depth, there's no reason to fall in love with a guy if he doesn't pass the looks good on the dating
You're
profile.
this tall, you make this much money, and
Exactly right. This is why. This is how it's messing up dating. That's why, by the way, relationships that start on the apps, some of them are great, but on average, when marriages occur pursuant to meeting on an app, they tend to be less stable and they feature less attraction because they're less likely to actually go through the cascade in the right direction, go to passionate, companionate, best friendship. When you mediate any relationships electronically, you're going to have trouble because we're made to be in person. Women find 80% of men.
Somebody said it's more than 80%. Somebody said it's 99.9%. Somebody said, is he blaming women for men's bad behavior?
I ain't gonna lie to you, this is a hard economy to not do drugs in. Because, you know what's cheaper than 3 days worth of food? Getting a bag of dope and not eating for a week. And then while you're on the shit, you always come up with some fantastic idea to make money. Always. I knew one old boy that used to take pieces of cedar and make homemade lamps. Sold the shit out of them. He'd just stay up all night and make lamps out of pieces of cedar. Wasn't a speck of food in his house, never was, but you know what? You didn't need it. Now, 2.5 years out after getting clean, man, I can't stop eating. I'm hungry all the time. It's so expensive. I'm getting so fat. My blood pressure is high. All I can think about is pizza. I just want pizza all the time. And damn you, Hunt Brothers, for making delicious pizza so fucking accessible. I can go that way, or I can go that way, or I can go that way. In any of them directions. Within 15 minutes, I have a crispy, fresh pizza for a very reasonable price, and a man can't lose weight like that.
Somebody said ex-addict here. He's not wrong. Race grocery list, toilet paper blow. Got it. This is me sober now. I'm fat and feel horrible. Used to be skinny, no grocery bill, and getting things done.
So it happened. It finally fucking happened. I told y'all my man was having performance issues at play parties. The last 2 parties that we went to, though, he ain't been having no motherfucking issues, and he been fucking the shit at these girls. Oh my fucking God. Last night, he fucked the shit out the girl. It wasn't even that he fucked the shit out the girl because that really could have had me in my feelings the way that he fucked her. But I know that he fucked me the same way. But, you know, just being on the other side and looking at it is kind of like crazy, right? It wasn't that. And he probably gonna feel the way that because I'm telling you that. And girl, if you ever do run across this, please know that it wasn't you. You did everything right. You were very respectful and everything like that. And I know. And I know he was trying to make you feel comfortable with it being your first party and everything like that. Like, it's me, right? It's me. But I feel like he was following that girl around like a fucking puppy dog. Like, I feel like he was following her around. He was, like, all up in her ass. Like, he just followed her around everywhere. Every time I looked up, they were together talking. And, yeah, they ended up playing together. That was his first girl he ever played with at a play party. Like, I get it. You know, my eyes twitching and everything just thinking about it. But, yeah, my feelings was hurt a little bit. Like, and it wasn't even that. It was, at one point, I had on these really tall high heels last night. Like, I was sexy as fuck. I had on these real tall high, and he was all up in that girl face. And it's like, bitch, your badass bitch is here, and you still up in this girl face. And it was like, she was really, really cute, really sexy. Like, oh my goodness, she was real nice looking. And I had just watched them, you know what I'm saying? Like, her like in the bathroom, and you know, she was sexy and everything. And then this is the part that really was a thing. Like, she wasn't bisexual or anything. She was straight, so she really had no interest in me at all. Period. Like, she like men, you know what I'm saying? And so I felt a little left out. She wasn't attracted. Like, she was probably attracted. She probably thought I was attractive, but she wasn't really attracted to me like that. Like, it really just hurt my feelings. Like, she was, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, he was talking to her all night and everything. And so they got to the point where they was like when they messed around, and she wanted to go into the bathroom and do it because it was her first party and she feel really comfortable. So it was like, oh, y'all finna go to the bathroom? Bitch, I'm going to the bathroom too. Fuck you talking about? You ain't finna fucking shit this bitch, and I'm finna fucking watch. Like, I don't be going in no room privately, but no niggas doing no shit. So, So, like, I went in the bathroom with her, and they started, like, you know, I could tell she was nervous. I could tell he was nervous, too. So, because he didn't know that I was, like, really into it, and I was. And so, like, I pulled out, you know, I'm sucking on his ears and everything, and she liked it and stuff like that. And he, you know, getting his stuff all together. And he said by the time that he got it, like, she was really wet. Like, she was attracted. Like, she liked what I was doing to her, even though she didn't like girls like that. By the end of it, I was like, yeah, you know, because she wet. I touched in her, and I smell like, she smells so good. And I'm like, I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do that, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know her like that, you know what I'm saying? So that didn't happen or whatever, but I did want to do that. And I asked her, like, you know, would you be open to doing that if we were to meet again, if we were to play with each other and stuff like that? And she was like, yeah, I'll be open to that. I'll let you do that. And, you know, but I'm not attracted, but I don't like girls like that. She might be a pillow princess. I don't know. Anyway, so I got these real tall high heels on, and I'm like, I'm seeing him, like, follow her around after they done and everything. Like, he following her around, like, he's still following her around. I'm thinking, like, okay, y'all, like, okay, now go to the next, get up out her face. And he's still following around, so I'm like, I'm finna go to the car, because I'm like, I'm getting heated. I'm getting fucking mad as hell. And, so I'm like, I'm finna go to the car, and he know he gotta help me to the car because I have these high heels on and I don't want to fall. So I walked down the stairs and everything, and he did not follow me. And I got all the way to the car, and he did not come out or anything like that. So I'm like, he's still up in this bitch. And, you know, not like that, but I'm like, he's still up in this girl face. And I text him, like, you still up in that, you still all up in that girl face, and you ain't come help me downstairs. He came downstairs. I'm so sorry. You right. That really hurt my feelings, though. Like, my feelings were so fucking hurt, and I was so jealous. I know it's something that I have to deal with myself, but I don't know. I ain't like that, and my feelings was hurt. So,
see, y'all think y'all got world problems? This girl has play party problems. I ain't even never heard of those. Somebody said my mama was right. It's the phones. Journals are not expensive. Somebody said, what side of TikTok is this? This is my first time meeting you. Swinging is for older people who have already maxed out their fun with each other. Somebody said, it amazes me every day how people use their free will. I mean, for real.
The creator in the video, she said, if you are a bed rotter, you do not need to be a parent right now. And girl, you're not lying, because the way I be in the bed, I be under the bed. I don't be in the bed. I be under it. Matter of fact, I be under the mattress. Because I love being in the bed. I want to be in bed. But for real, I know that baby will be at the foot of the bed. My friend, she said, sleep is just not the same after you have a baby. You know, it's just never going to be the same again. You ain't going to never get no regular sleep. I think about that all the time because I love my sleep. So I don't know what that baby going to be doing. I don't know what's... Baby gonna be looking at me and I'm gonna be looking at it. I feel like I would be always on edge, like looking at my baby. You alright? You breathe in, put my hand over the baby nose and stuff, just checking to see if we got some air. I would be too nervous, so I know I would never get no regular sleep. Commend y'all mamas for real.
Listen, it does come back to sleep, but I am a bed rotter now. My kids are grown. But every now and then I get a call, Mom, for something, and it's like, Lord. Because I still, when the phone ring and I see one of my kids' name, it's still that same feeling of checking to see if they are alright. But no, she's right. But I am a bedwetter now that my kids are grown.
Put a finger down if you met somebody on TikTok and you decide to move from Georgia all the way to Minnesota to pursue a relationship with this person. This person told you that they were a real estate agent a year ago, so you decide, hey, we could both get our real estate licenses in Minnesota. So y'all both take the class, y'all both pass the class, but you never end up taking the test because y'all couldn't find a place to live in Minnesota. So you decide to move her and her pre-made family all the way back to Georgia because you feel like this is a sign from God that y'all don't need to live in Minnesota. Y'all should live in Georgia. After you move her and her 2 kids from Minnesota to Georgia, you decide to buy a $4,000 French Bulldog to start a kennel club. You name the dog Fats, Frenchies, and Things, because you're going to start a food truck and name it Frenchies and Things, or y'all going to sell French fries with the toppings on top of it because you already bought the LLC for it because you done already built this dream in your mind that you're meant to be with this person. While y'all in Georgia, you tell her, hey, you don't have to work. Just go ahead and get your real estate license while you're down here in Georgia. So y'all both take the class and y'all both pass the class, but she takes the test twice and fails. But you say, you know what, that's all right. I make enough money to take care of everybody. So y'all decide to move into a nice suburban area. You move them into a 3-bedroom house. Everybody got their own room. And you bring the dog with you. We're going to get back to that. While y'all living there, you start to notice that this girl is more concerned about what you're doing on TikTok than she is with her own kids. She's not making sure that her children are reading. She's not making sure her children are doing good in school. And at the same time, her 13-year-old son is sneaking out of the house every night at 3 a.m., catching an Uber to go to this girl's house to go sleep with her. You don't find this out until her dad comes knocking on your door talking about he's going to press charges, but then he ends up finding out he can't press charges because his daughter is actually older than your stepson at the time. Fast forward through the relationship, you realize, hey, this ain't gonna work out. Y'all both understand that y'all ain't meant to be together. Nobody cheated. Nobody put their hands on nobody. What somebody did, well, she did put her hands on me. She pulled like 5 dreadlocks out of my head. But for some reason, I don't consider that violence and all that. I let it go, right? So you tell her that her and her kids can stay there as long as they need to save up how much money they need to move back to Minnesota. During this time, your negligent older brother burns down your mom's house. So you tell your mom and her husband that they can come move in with you. So your mama husband is disabled, so he don't work, and your mom is a nurse, so she works all day, and you work all day too, selling roofs. The girl, remember, doesn't have a job, so she's home all day with your mom's husband, and the kids are going to school all day, so they stay home and they start bonding. Your mom comes and tell you, hey, I think that my husband is watching your girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend, and when she works out in the garage, and you need to watch her. And I say, Mom, she don't want nothing to do with him. He old. And she says, okay, son, but trust me, I know what I know. And then you still say, don't worry about it, Mom. She gonna be gone in 6 months. 6 months pass, and then her mama come down here to get her. When her mom comes to get her, her mom shows up in the middle of the morning where you normally would go to work, and you say, you know what, this is a surprise. You didn't tell me that you were leaving today, but it's whatever. Here's all the money I have in my pocket. Safe travels. While you at work and her mom is helping her move out of the house, the mom texts you and says, hey, can we take the dog with us? And you say no. And then you're so afraid that they might take your dog that you leave work and you drive home and get your dog and bring your dog to work with you. Because you've recently paid somebody to breed with their purebred Frenchie, and you're going to still continue to start your kennel club. When you come get your dog to take it to work, the girl is all on the floor crying, holding the dog. You don't really think too much of it. You just think that, oh, she's really going to miss the dog. You feel so bad about this that after they leave, you tell them, hey, when Fats has her puppies, I'm going to give you a free puppy. You text her mama and tell her that. The mom says, okay. Fast forward 1 month later, your mom's husband calls your mom and says, hey, Fats ran away. Your mom calls you and says, my husband said Fats ran away. You turn your car around and you drive all the way back home because you know that your pregnant French Bulldog never leaves the yard. When you get back home, you instantly know he's lying. So you said, you know what, mom's husband, let me hold your phone. Let me see what you've been doing on your phone. So he gives you his phone, and you notice that him and your ex have called each other 4 times in the last hour. So that instantly lets you know that he's lying and he gave her this dog. But how? Why? Right? So So you go deeper into his phone, you check out their text messages. You find out that they had something going on the whole time that she was supposed to be staying here saving up money to leave. Right. Not only that, you find out that your older brother that burned down your mom's house, him and his stripper baby mama girlfriend helped your ex steal the dog because she's going to need somebody to drive her back and forth to the airport, right? Now, your French bulldog was 2 weeks away from having her litter of puppies. She had 8 puppies. For $4,000 a piece, that's $32,000. Your ex came and stole your $32,000 French bulldog business from you. Because your mama's husband and your older brother and his stripper baby mama girlfriend helped her do it. Now, she's on TikTok selling all of the puppies and pretending like she's the one who came up with the idea and bought the dog and did all the work. And she tells everybody that you gifted her the dog, but why would you gift somebody a $4,000 French bulldog when you were the one who were planning on starting a business? You were the one who already bred dogs in your past, and everybody knows that was your dog. You named the dog, you got an LLC after the dog, and the person that you bought the dog from knows that it's your dog. So you try to do the right thing and you call the police. You tell the police down here in Georgia to communicate with the police up there in Minnesota to try to help you get your dog back. But they tell you that there's nothing that they can do because it's your word versus hers.
The fact that he held his fingers up and kept restarting the video and got his dreadlocks pulled out, and his brother had a stripper baby mama, and his daddy messed with his girl, and his mama tried to tell him, and his brother, boy, somebody said I'm overstimulated. I swear good men and good women never find each other. I'm still stuck on meeting somebody on TikTok. Pre-made family is a wild statement. Nah, my fingers are still up. Boy, if you don't sue that lady. Somebody said, bring back the dog, Keisha. Keisha ain't bringing back that dog. Because look at him. His mama tried to tell him, he didn't even listen. He could have prevented that a long time ago.
I'm not gonna lie, me and my friend almost damn near fell out just now because the bitch is just so dick crazy, it's insane. So boom, let me tell y'all, and I know she gonna see this shit, I don't give a damn. Yeah, watch it all you want and watch it all the way through. So boom, I made a group chat for my friends. Next year is my birthday in January, and I was like, oh, I wanna go to Japan. Who the fuck would want to go to Japan? Like, I'm confused. I'm starting to get mad out on. So boom, I make a group chat with all my friends that I think that can make it or whatever. And we texting in a group chat and everybody like hype about it. I'm making a like itinerary to go and the shit just look cool. Like it looks cool as fuck. Everybody's down for the ride. Everybody got the money. My friends ain't, too broke. But look, why the fuck, I guess one of my homegirls just hopped off a dick and finally got around to our group chat to see where we was going. And she gonna say, oh, like, why wouldn't we just go to Miami because there ain't no niggas in Japan? Are you okay? And you're suggesting shit for my birthday to go to Miami to spend on dick. You're done. And tell me, am I crazy? Tell me if I'm insane, if I'm in the wrong for just wanting to just block the hoe. Let me know.
I mean, you know what she be on. She your friend. Listen, y'all, it's the weekend. Y'all stay so blessed and prayed up and be careful with all this negative news right now. I'm telling you, y'all got to. I'll be back. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, and inspiration is still on the way.
Certain way, because if they really reflect on how you really did treat them, then you will put hot coals on their head. Because when you do good to people who do evil to you, it hurts them, so they try to make it seem like you were so bad to them so that they can feel good about, okay, get a little too personal, okay, I'm sorry, forgive me. I gotta make you look bad, because I feel bad when I think about what you did to me in love and what you did to me in grace. And so now they try to spread a picture of you that's fallacy so that they can try to feel good about themselves. Number 2, why are we experiencing so much the lack of joy in our life? We don't know the power of intercession. We don't. Before I woke up this morning, I pray, Father, protect me from danger seen and unseen. And all of those who you have granted me the honor to wash their feet, I pray for safe travel as they get to the house. I thank you, God, that just simply because they're coming to this gathering, you will perfect everything that concerns them. I pray over every single person that God allows me to speak into. Pray for safety as they get here. Don't let them run out of gas. Don't let them run over a nail. I'm praying for you. And we need pastors who pray for their sheep. I'm praying for you. And we see this in Mary. When she took it to Jesus, she was really praying for them. And this is the beauty of it. Jesus doesn't have to. But because she asked, he did it anyway. And what are you missing out on because you don't have a prayer life?
Is every person who works at a desk doomed to get a neck hump? Not if you do this thing.
Because you don't have a prayer life. I'm speaking to that intercession room that keeps labeling it insomnia. No, God wants you to intercede for somebody. Whoever's name hit your mind in the middle of the night, you don't know why. You could be mad at them. They could be your ex, but they popped up in your mind. Pray for them, not for wrath, but for protection, for grace, for mercy, for surrender. I'm trying to teach you how to intercede. Pray for them. Pray for them. Number 3, why don't we have joy? We haven't seen it modeled. We haven't seen it modeled. I want my mom to come and just share something with you, with me for a few moments. I don't know where she is. Somebody can find her. I want her to come here and I want to share something with you for a second. Come on up here with your bad self. Thank you so much. You got it? I want her to share something with you because remember, number 3 was you haven't seen it modeled. When we went through Hurricane Ike, I was in college at that time, and this roof was ripped off. Water was pouring in here. When we walked in, water was coming up. What's our ankles, our shin? We wouldn't be in here right now. If this would have been like Ike, we wouldn't have been here for a while. We had church outside. I wonder how many of y'all would have came in. We had church outside, the speakers outside. The neighbors, you can hear us having church. Sister Trace, I heard you, we sure did. And I'm mad because we just got this building, like 8 months ago? We just got this building 8 months ago. And then you're gonna allow in 8 months a hurricane to come and rip the roof off? And I kid y'all not, I have to demonstrate this. So I'm in the back of the church. I'm looking in, seeing the sky. Okay, y'all seen this little blue light spin. I'm seeing the sky. My dad walks in the sanctuary and he's like, well, y'all, God got a plan. Come on, let me get my keyboard. God got a plan. Come on, we got to get out of here. I'm telling the truth. I'm looking at TC like, God got a plan. What type of plan is this? And you haven't seen it modeled, but I saw my father and the calmness of my mother. I saw it modeled. So when this one hit, God got a plan. Grow. Yeah. We haven't seen it modeled. And when somebody models it to you, you have a different perspective. 4 points and then you can get your food and be on your way. I don't feel rushed because some of us don't have AC anyway. This is a cooling station for a lot of us. So let me give you this. Number 1, joy is a cycle repellent. It'll keep you from going back to the things that God brought you out of. I told you, I said, I'm going to explain what does it mean the joy of the Lord gives you strength. The joy that you feel that you didn't do it today gives you strength to resist the temptation tonight. The joy of the Lord is your strength. It's the joy of knowing I've been sober for a month that strengthens me to resist the invitation to happy hour. Making a list of do's and don'ts won't work. You've tried that. I've tried that. It does not work. We fight for joy. I know what it feels like not needing a substance to have peace. And that joy gives me strength to fight going back to the substance. Does this make sense? So joy is a psycho-repellent. That joy that you have that I didn't engage in that. I didn't go over his house. I didn't respond to that text message. I didn't go to her apartment. That joy that you resisted it will strengthen you. Joy is a psycho-repellent. Number 2, joy is the motor of defiance towards sin. When I have joy, see, sin only seems tempting when you don't have a greater than. Sin is only hard when you don't have a greater than. But when you have joy, that is the motor that keeps you from giving to sin. I don't want to feel convicted again by doing that. I know how I felt last time when the Dow soap wasn't cleaning me enough and I still felt dirty. I asked God for forgiveness, but there's just a cleanliness I feel knowing that I don't have that odor of that sin on me. And when I go back to that sin, how filthy I feel, how convicted I feel, then the enemy tries to give guilt and shame. That doesn't come from the Lord, but I don't want to feel that again. So I'm going to use the joy I have now to be my motor to resist sin.
What if I told you that your husband isn't ignoring you? He literally cannot understand what you're saying.
I'm going to use the joy I have now to be my motor to resist sin. It feels good to be free. It feels good to be whole. It feels good to know I didn't do that today. That joy will keep me. Number 3, fight from joy, not for joy. Fight from joy. This is something I already have. I know that God has me. So I don't pursue things to get joy because I already have it. This is why the enemy can tempt us with so many opportunities, because you don't have joy now and you think that will give you joy. Why do you think certain people are so clingy in relationships? Because they need for you to be their joy. This is why you can feel like you're never enough in a relationship, because everything you try to do doesn't seem to please them, because they want joy, but they think that they want happiness. I want somebody who makes me happy. Okay, I gave you flowers. They died. Now what? I took you out to eat. You boo-booed that out. Now what? See? See? So, when I have joy, my discernment is even greater, because I'm not looking for joy in you. I'm not looking for joy in that. I already have all that. Last point, joy and gratitude are siblings. They are related. They are siblings. Joy doesn't make you have gratitude, but it's our gratitude that makes you feel with joy. That's why we call it joyful. Did y'all catch that? Joy doesn't make you have gratitude, but it's our gratitude that makes you filled with joy. That's why we call it joyful, because I'm filled with this. More storms are coming. More trials are coming. There's going to be unrest, especially around November during the election. There's going to be a lot of things that happen on our earth, on the earth. But these are the days for us to display that we're light. And I won't let anything happen to rob me of my joy. I'm human, so I might bend. It's hot. This line is long, but I correct it.